Well, hello peoples of the internet, my name is Kevin and welcome back to another video. So guys, welcome to 2023. I'm sure you have all heard that before at this point, but also Happy New Year. It's the first time you're seeing me in the new year, so Happy New Year to you. So if you guys didn't see my community tab post that I made about it, I actually have gotten a job again, back working in a cleaning job that I used to work in when back in 2013 I first started there, worked until 2019, so I worked there for like 6 years. And I recently got the job back again before Christmas. So I was kind of like trying to adjust to that. I was working a lot of shifts because Christmas period. So trying to film videos at the same time, balance everything. It was a bit much. So that's why no videos. So just in case you're wondering where all the content was. I was still posting my Patreon and stuff, but just trying to do Patreon, YouTube, and then the job at the same time, it was a bit much and I was just trying to adjust to it. And that's what I'm slowly starting to do now in January, now that I'm not working as many shifts. So yes, there will be videos back again on this channel, so don't worry. But for today's video, I wanted to just do the first reading vlog of 2023. So very simple as it is, it's just a general reading vlog. I want to read some books. I haven't read any books yet for 2023, so I'm going to read my first book of the year in this vlog. And yeah, that's all I wanted to do. So we're going to do it. If you're wondering, my reading challenge goal on Goodreads this year is to read... I love how I'm not making a drumroll noise, so editing Kevin, you better put a drumroll noise in or else this is really awkward. I am reading one book. That's my goal, one book. Last year I had it as 52 because I wanted to read a book for every week of the year. And I got behind. I ended up reading I think 34 or 35 books last year. Yeah, I remember near the end of the year the reading goal just was so unnecessarily stressing me out. And I was like, nah. Because previous years before last year, I was doing like 1 book a year, 2 book a year, 3 book a year. Just because I didn't want to put the pressure on myself to read a certain amount of books. I just wanted to read however amount I did. And when I did that, I would read a lot more than I did last year because I didn't have the pressure of trying to read a certain amount of books or going on Goodreads and saying, you're 10 books behind schedule or something like that. I just didn't want that. I did not need that in my life. I don't need it, don't need unnecessary stress. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna go back to reading 1 book. So I could easily fulfill my reading challenge in this video today. So love that for me. And I'm not sure how long I'm gonna do this vlog for. It might be like a 24-hour vibe. It also might just be from today. So it's like 12 o'clock in the day now. So it could be until like 12 o'clock tonight. I'll just do the vlog for. I'm not too sure. I just want to do like just the first reading vlog of the year. There's no real time limit at how long it's gonna last. But I do have 3 books that I want to try and read. So let's talk about them really quickly. So the first one that I have is Everyone's an Alien When You're an Alien Too by Jomny Sun. This is a book that I was gifted by Chloe for Christmas because this, I'm sure if you follow Chloe's YouTube channel and you know Chloe, you know she is obsessed with this book. She's read it so many times. She has talked about it a lot about how much it's so cute and adorable. She's read a couple of quotes to me before and I remember like really liking what she read out to me. And I just know I probably am going to enjoy this. So I'm really looking forward to reading it. All I know is that it's about this little alien that gets sent to Earth to like investigate humans, and then he like makes notes of like everything that he learned on his trip to Earth. I feel like it's probably going to be like a lot of existentialism, all these different things. It's going to make me think about life. It's probably going to make me like, wow, this alien is so clever. Like, it's just gonna be all those different things. I'm really excited to read it. I'm probably gonna start with this one, so this will probably be my first book I read this year. And then the next one that I have is The Heartstopper Yearbook by Alice Oseman. I got this gifted by my mom and dad for Christmas. This is just like bonus content for the Heartstopper series and I'm just really excited to read it. I feel like this is probably a book that all fans of the series will want to read and I feel like I'll fly through that. So love that because it's so stunning to start the year with short books so that it sets you off on a good run or a good pace. And the other book I want to read is Carousel is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is Taylor Jenkins Reid's newest book and this is also my Patreon book for the month of January. So if you want to see a spoiler-filled vlog for this, it's over on my Patreon. This basically follows Carousel, who is a tennis player and she like comes back to try retain her title or her world record, and that's all I know about it. I love tennis, so I'm very excited to read this. They're the 3 books I want to try read. I feel like I'll probably finish both of these ones and then just start this one. I'm gonna go shower and then we're gonna start doing some reading. Okay guys, so I just finished reading Everyone's an Alien When You're an Alien Too. And 5 stars. I loved it so much and it was so cute. I literally started the book and as you can see, it just looks like I decided to color the whole thing in because I literally started reading it and I was like, I think I need to annotate this. So I did. So I got 4 different color annotations. They don't have any sticky tabs, so I used highlighters. So my red was just like cute quote. Green was when it made me laugh. Yellow was like big existentialism moment and like wow, made me think about life. And then blue is when I could feel the tears or I was like, ooh, that's really cute. And as you can see, all 4 of the colors came to play just on the very first page. I am now inspired by a hedgehog and a snail. Honestly, icons. They're just so wise. Like, never take for granted a snail or a hedgehog ever again in your life because honestly, they know so much. Literally, this hedgehog said, introverts enjoy people watching. Extroverts enjoy people watching. Let that sink in. Let that sink in and think about it really because it will blow your mind. So that hedgehog, so brave and like honestly so real for speaking that. Then also another moment, like the hedgehog was being told something really deep and he didn't understand what it meant and he was just like, you know what, I don't really understand that. Once again, legit me, because that's exactly how I felt when I read the exact same thing. So I just feel really connected to this hedgehog. And I'm trying to find another quote from the snail. So the snail said, if I hide, I will get stepped on. So I have learned to face my fears head first. Like, so true, because if he just like sinks into his shell, it's just gonna be there and someone could easily step on it and crush it. But if he just stays out of his shell and keeps moving, he'll eventually make it to like the grass or something and keep itself away from danger. Honestly, he is the pure definition of not letting the fear of striking out keeping him from playing the game. And honestly, snails and hedgehogs honestly might just become my 2 new favorite animals or insects, whatever you want to call them. Icons, absolute icons. Oh yeah, this was a quote that really directly attacked me and I felt a bit attacked, you know? So it says, I am always happy, but then it saddens me that I can never express how happy I am in words so others understand. I feel like that's me because I feel like I show my happiness more in terms of like gift or I'll do something instead of actually vocalizing it or actually saying it. So I felt attacked by that quote. There's just so much stuff in here and like all funny little fun times because they're like talking about worrying about dying and the snail once again says, oh, all the time, but that's okay. I got you a going away gift. Can I show it to you? And he literally got him a bouncy castle. Like, exactly, just like not caring about dying and just living your life on a bouncy castle. That's honestly what life's about. And pop off to the snail, pop off to the hedgehog. Love this. You guys should definitely read it. And of course I have the person who made me and read it right here.
Oh, yes, I read it as well with Kevin.
Yep. I started reading and then Chloe was like, no offense, I'm gonna read it with you. And I was like, exactly, that makes sense.
Thank God I did that. That was such a stunning experience.
Yeah. How happy are you with my reaction to it?
Oh, like 10 out of 10. Like, better than I would have. I knew you would love it, but like the fact that like you were like on page 1 being like, exactly, I was like,
yeah, but like that's the second time this has happened.
Yeah, like with Starfish, you mean?
Yeah, with Starfish was the other time where I was like, wow.
Yeah, that was, it's honestly one of the best feelings in the world. Wait, is that your first book of the year?
Yeah, first book of the year. I know. Start as you mean to finish. So I'm starting the year with a 5-star. I want to finish the year with a 5-star. So exactly to this manifesting right here. Honestly, the power of literature I'm having right now. I'm going to read more today, but like the fact that I've already read 1 book, 5-star book, thank you, annotated as well. So like the first book I read, 5-star book, and also book I annotate. Wow, that's a slay right there. Okay, so I am doing this vlog update in my bathroom because I just want something with good lighting and I feel like my bathroom in my house has quite good lighting. There's a bit of a hum thing from the fan or something, but apart from that, we got this. And I was like, I just need to update my thoughts because I finished reading the Heartstopper Yearbook by Alice Oseman, of course, and I just loved it. Like, this isn't like a story, there's no like huge story in this book. There is a couple of different like short graphic novels, and when I say short, maybe about 6 pages. Yeah, so you got like some stuff from like the teachers, you got some Tara and Darcy content, and just like fun artwork as well. Because it basically, this is something that's just for the fans. So if you're a Heartstopper fan and you love the graphic novels, I would definitely suggest reading this and getting it. So it basically just has like lots of different content about like how Alice Oseman came up with the characters, some of their original drawings from when they were started writing about Nick and Charlie. You see how Nick and Charlie looked back in like, I think 2013 or 2014 is the first time Alice talks about when they drew them. So Nick and Charlie looked so different than the Nick and Charlie that we know from the graphic novels now, because the first drawing that Alice had in here of Charlie does not look like the Charlie that we know. So I just loved seeing that and seeing like the progression of Alice's art and how they evolved over time. So I love that. Also in here, there's like a fun little moment where you got to find out if you were more like Nick or Charlie, kind of like a little quiz. It honestly brought me back to like my childhood when you would do those ones like, which One Direction member is going to be your boyfriend? And then you'd like do the quiz and you'd find out which one you got. Stunning times. So it was like that, except you find out which one, if you're Nick or Charlie. I actually was quite surprised at my answers because I had a lot of A answers and a lot of B answers. And obviously by the time you get to the end of it, it's like, if you answered mostly A, you're Charlie. If you answered more B, you're Nick. And I had a mixture, but I was keeping count of the answers as I was going, and I did end up getting Charlie, which is kind of no surprise. I feel like I've already thought that about myself as it is, because yeah, I just feel more seen with Charlie. I do see myself a lot also in Nick, but I definitely see myself more in Charlie because he has the mental health problems too. Thank God. So really, really enjoyed this. I love the extra little content. Also, you got to see like some artwork from like Nick and Charlie and like all of the different characters and like really fun scenarios. So like Alice included loads of times when they drew them during like Halloween, like in costumes and stuff, and in like AU universes. So that's obviously like people do it for fan fiction where you take characters and put them into a different setting that they're not usually in. So there was like artwork like Nick and Charlie as like an angel, as like in a fantasy world, and then there's also some of them like in really historical eras, as in like the Pride and Prejudice era and stuff like that. I just loved it. Like, it's just extra bonus content for fans, and that's what this book is. And I just think if you're a fan of Heartstopper, like it's one of your favorite graphic novels, this is just something I feel like you probably will want to add to your collection of owning the graphic novels and just being a fan. So definitely enjoyed it. I feel weird rating it because I don't really think I should be rating it because it's not really like a full book or anything, but I'm gonna give it 5 stars just because I have nothing to criticize it for. Like, it did what I was expecting just to make me happy and give me extra content for the characters and stuff, and that's what it did. So 5 stars, I guess. So now I'm going to move on and start reading Carousel is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm really excited for this. So yes, obviously I'm going to start this probably in this vlog. I don't know if I'll finish it in this vlog, but like I said in the start of the video, if you want to see a full spoiler-filled vlog on this book, it is on my Patreon, because this is my Patreon book club book for the month of January. But I will give you some like non-spoilery thoughts with however much I read in this vlog. If I can manage to finish it between now and tomorrow, that would be stunning, but I'm not sure about that happening. But anyways, I'm very excited to start it. Probably gonna start it when I get into bed a little bit later because mom and dad are home from work and I want to watch more of Emily in Paris season 3. Okay, besties, we have the mood lighting on because you know what colors are on this cover? Look at that. I am like literally matching the wall right now with the color scheme going on. Just minus the outline right here of my chair. She kind of ruins the vibe. And time to read Carousel is Okay. No, Carousel is Okay. Well, I hope she is okay, but that's definitely not the title. It's Carousel is back. I keep saying Carrie and then Carrie. I don't know which is the word to say it. Like, is it Carrie or Carrie? Carrie, I feel like I'm putting on an American accent to say. Like, Carrie just does not sound natural for me to say as an Irish person. I think Carrie just makes more sense for me to say as an Irish person. Carrie, I just feel like I'm American. Like, I'm supposed to be like, hey, Carrie. Like, I feel like I'm American. So I think I'm going to continue saying Carrie Soto because Carrie sounds more accurate for me, even though that's probably not how it's pronounced. I'm about to start reading it. Got my bookmark. Fox in the hand moment. Thank you, because we'll always be friends forever, won't we? Just exactly that quote. Fluffy hoodies on, PJs are on. You know what that means? Reading is about to be accomplished. Okay, besties, so it's actually been a few days since I last vlogged because when I don't know when the last day it was I vlogged. I think it was Thursday or Friday, and then I was working Saturday, I was doing something Sunday, and I worked Monday, Tuesday, now it's Wednesday. So I just haven't read much since then. I think I might have read like 2 chapters. So I got up to page, not very far, 62 of Carousel is back, and so far enjoying it. Definitely have like one little thing that's just like, not even an issue, but it's just something that like makes me cringe every now and again. And that's just like, it's something that I picked up on with Malibu Rising when I read by Taylor Jenkins Reid as well. When I read that last year, or was it last year or the year before? Honestly, time, what is that? And when I read that, I noticed that like there was some moments like in Taylor Jenkins Reid's writing that wasn't in Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, by the way, because that book, I love that book so much. But in Malibu Rising, I noticed like a little bit of cringiness of being like, I step on the sand and I feel the pebbles go between my toes and I feel one with the sea. Like, just cringy writing like that. And I'm definitely noticing it a bit in here too, because there was like a moment in here where it's like, I feel the ball in my hand and I feel it, the wind go through it as I throw it up, and I connect with the ball vibrating my soul. Just some things like that that's a little bit cringe, and I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, it is what it is. It's not like bad that's like excruciating to read or anything. It's just kind of like a little bit cringe, but it's fine. You kind of just accept it, and that's what I'm doing. So like, I'm not really letting it overly affect my like opinions on the book, but it is there and it is something I acknowledge and see, and you just kind of like embrace that it's part of the story, that the little cringy silly goofy moments like that are just part of it. It definitely will make the book not a 5-star because like that is something I'm noticing, but apart from that, really enjoying it because I do love tennis. I used to play tennis quite often, like in the summer when I would watch Wimbledon. We used to have a tennis court in our yard in our house, and we used to play tennis like all the time and stuff like that. So I'm just very familiar with like tennis terminology and just stuff like that, and I just do like tennis. It's one of the sports that I really do like. So reading about like Carousel and like going back to when she was a child, learning how to become a tennis player, and then like her competing when she was younger, her rivals to get her where she wants to be. Where I am in the book right now, it's like she's going on to like a new coach and all this kind of stuff, and it's just fun. Like, I'm enjoying reading it. So yeah, that's really all I can say about it so far because I haven't read any more since then. So yeah, that is going to be it for this vlog, but I did still manage to read 2 books. Both 5 stars. Honestly, I would recommend this to you guys if you're looking for a book that's just full of like very positive affirmations, things about life, and just to make you feel things and put a lot of things into perspective. Also just fun illustrations in the book. It's very cutesy and fun. Yeah, I'm sure you'll take away something from it. Even if you don't give it the 5 stars, you still, I hope, will take something away from the book. Then Heartstopper, the yearbook, of course, 5 stars just because I'm a diehard fan, and I just loved all the content and the extra illustrations and finding the journey to get to where we are in the Heartstopper series. So very much enjoyed it. This is also something I just would recommend to fans of Heartstopper. Not necessarily think I genuinely jumped there because I thought that was a motorbike that just went past my house, and I have an air vent right up here in my room, and so sometimes when stuff drives by, like, I can hear it really well through the air vent, and I honestly thought the noise of the motorbike was a bee, and that's why you just saw me flinch, because I thought there was a bee. Anyways, I don't know what I was saying about this. Just recommend it if you're a Heartstopper fan, and yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you'd like more extra content from me, I do have a Patreon, which is always linked down below, where I do like monthly live shows. I do monthly bonus videos. I have a Patreon book club where I read a book, and obviously I'm reading this one for this month, and I do a spoiler-filled vlog on the book, and that's up there. A brand new perk is over on my Patreon now, because if you don't know, if you didn't see that by Instagram story or whatever, I'm gonna try write a book this year. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing like writing videos on Patreon just to like make myself and keep myself motivated to do it. If you wanna follow me on all my socials, they're all linked down below. And that's going to be it from me. I hope you guys are all having a stunning start to your 2023, and I shall see you all next time in my next video. So goodbye, guys.